Hello. What's up, everyone? Can everyone hear me fine? I think you can. Got this here fine? Welcome back to the weekly wrap. We're back. Johnny's not here. He's on night shift. Couldn't make it. Rob couldn't make it either. But we are here. Guy says United equal treble. HFD Media do agree. Absolutely treble. Should we put a poll? Can United win the treble? Actually, let's just put a poll. We'll ask one question before we get going. Start a Q&A. Who is the title favourites? Who will win the after? Sorry, just starting the poll. Who will win the title? Arsenal? Who wins on the Arsenal? Or City? There we go. Start a Q&A. There's a Q&A. Leroy says, KP. Has Leroy changed their picture? What's going on there? We're going to look at that. Alright. Poll started. Don't know about the questions. Alright, Gemmel says, when's the international break? Leroy says, Man U win. Man U would definitely win the title. The international break, I'll check for you. 1 second. There is. Next week, there's only not as many games because of FA Cup. Let's have a look at leagues. What's Leroy's picture? Is that a picture of a panel van? Leroy loves the surf, man. Let's have a look. Fixtures. So, next week, 17th, 18th, 30th, 31st, 1st of April, 4th of April, 5th of April, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. I don't think there's an international break for a while. I'm not sure. Maybe if Rob comes in, Rob can tell us. I'm not sure. I can't see on the fixtures there. But back to it. How's everyone doing? Let's get straight into it. John says Man U win. Absolutely they will. We'll go to the results. Let's bring up the results. So it all started off on Saturday night. Obviously the team that I love to talk about. United winning 2-0 at Old Trafford against Everton. Listen, going to be real. We won 2-0, but it was the most boring game, Man United game I've watched in I don't know how long. It was, both teams were terrible. Like, we got the win and I'm happy. United got the win. Ivan says, I won't read that out. I never read that. Never read that slogan out, Ivan. You know that. Come on. March 18th. Yeah, I'm not sure about the international break, man. You have to check for me. Ivan's laughing. Listen, I don't know what Guy thinks. It was a real boring game. It was terrible. But in saying that, United got the win. 2 penalties. Garnacho winning both penalties. He looked really good. Like, really dangerous. Like, the first penalty, I don't know what Tarkowski was thinking. He just smacked at him with his leg. It was pretty lame game. It was. It was a crap tackle by Tarkowski, the first one. I don't even know what he was thinking. Like, you could see Garnacho was going to cut back to his right. I don't have that, man. The sometimes maybe good one. Chris hasn't given it to me yet. I don't have it. That's on Chris's PC. I have to get it off him. Yeah, it's next week. No, but next week's the FA Cup. We're playing Liverpool this week, aren't we? Let me look again, man. Bear with me, guys. What's the date today? It's the 11th of March. But we got games next week, don't we? It's FA Cup next week, isn't it? Let's have a look. Let's just get my team up here. So Man United have, yeah, we got FA Cup next week. Yeah. 18th of March. FA Cup, that's what you said. That's next weekend. You're saying March 18th? Nah. March 18th. Why? And then we play on March 18th and then we play on the 31st. That's only that's not an international break, is it? Who would be playing in that? Let's have a look. What if I can just get this out? Don't know. Yeah, not sure. Not much. Yeah, I think it's just because of the fixtures. I don't think it's international break, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, back to the game. That's Monday. Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's just like a 10-day break. It's not an international break. International break, you have 14-day break. It's FA Cup, then we play Monday. How does that work? Let's have a look at the calendar. Play 17th or 18th. We play Monday the 18th and then Sunday the 31st. European playoffs. But how are we playing 18th and 31st? Yeah, maybe. You might be right. Probably right. We missed that weekend of the 23rd, 24th. And then back on Easter weekend, I'm guessing. But listen, United need the break. Got Liverpool next week in the FA Cup, so won't talk about that much because it's not to do with the Premier League. But listen, I don't think Liverpool are shaking in their boots having to come to Old Trafford after that game. But, like, I don't know. It was just, it wasn't good. They got the win and a clean sheet. Onana made some nice saves. Johnny Evans played well. Dalot played well. Varane was okay. Casemiro didn't play well. I don't know. Everyone's saying Rashford didn't play well, but I don't think any of the forward line played well, bar Garnacho. Anyway, listen, it is what it is. 2-0. Liverpool next week in the Cup. I think we deserve to win, but didn't play well. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what John says. I thought I don't think he was good at all. You know, John sent me a message during the game, like he just went to give this through ball, and it was terrible. And I said, man, he my exact response I said to John, I go, he's done really well to be a professional, considering he can't pass the ball. Yeah, I don't know, just what I thought. I don't think he played well, but like by his standards, there you go. But on to the next one. You think your boy's going to make to Europa League again? Probably. United will probably be in the Europa. And as Guy always says, the Europa's got a better song than the Champions League anyway. You know. Want to be in a competition we can win. So. But, let's go. Listen, let's talk about this one. The big one. I thought arguably the biggest game of the round, barring Liverpool City. Aston Villa at home. Hosting Spurs. Ange gets the job done in emphatic fashion. They smacked Villa. They were 2-0 up. 2 goals in a couple minutes. I was watching it. Then McGinn got sent off. And then they punished them, man. Listen, Spurs, yeah. Ange got the job done. He knew we'd get on the break to them. And we'll do them. That's how they got the 2 first goals. The first goal, they got on the break. The second goal, I don't know what the Aston Villa defence were doing. They're trying to play out and they just caused their own havoc. And Son on the ball made the perfect decision, played it off to Johnson, is it? Brendan Johnson. Great finish. First goal, great finish by Maddison. Listen, they spanked them. I said I was going to have Chris on the show if Tottenham won, and I don't know where he is. But listen, that's thrown the top 4 race like into chaos. I'm just going to have a look at the table here. Looking at the table now. Let's have a look at the table here. Looking at the table, Villa on 55 points, Tottenham on 53 with a game in hand. And Tottenham's game in hand, I believe, it's got to be either Newcastle, Bournemouth, or Luton. So you fancy them to beat all of them, really. If their next game is away at Tottenham, I fancy them to win that. Yeah, Tottenham in the box seat, I think. Tottenham in the box seat for that 4th spot. United on 47 points, which has given them 5 points away from West Ham. Or 4 points away from West Ham, who are on 43. So United looking box seat for the Europa. Or whatever, I think 5, 6 get Europa. But I think 5th may get Champions League this year. But listen, there's always a chance they can make that up. What's that? 47, 5, 6, 7, 8 points away. But listen, 8 points in 10 games. Villa's next game is West Ham away. That, it's not a given that they win that. That could take it down to 5 points. But will United beat Brentford? I don't know. Listen, Tottenham in the box seat. Really in the box seat. McGinn let me down. What did you think of Ryan Sessegnon comments? What were his comments, Genwell? Can you put him in the chat for everyone? I didn't see him. KP, are you growing vines inside your home background? That's That's Jess like propagated that from something else. It was like tiny. She put it in the pot and it grows massive. She like cuts a leaf and she'll cut a leaf off that, put it in another pot, and go massive. You like it? Don't you like it? It's good background, don't you reckon? I like it. How did McGinn let you down? For what? Cool, Ivan says. Ivan, it's good to have Ivan back. Haven't had Ivan around for a while. Footy came back and he's back. You know, I thought he'd be here for me, but came for the footy. What can you do? Anyway, Ange got the job done. Smacked Villa up. Good on Ange. Good on him. Let's have a look at the next ones. This is the big one, man. Arsenal 2, Brentford 1. Which Arsenal were not to know at the time. That would be a huge win, putting them back on top of the table. I was watching it, man. When they scored, it was coming. Listen, Brentford scored because Ramsdale, who hasn't played recently, what do you expect? You know, are you expecting him to come in and just be faultless when Raya wasn't allowed to play against his parent club? So Ramsdale came in and just, man, absolute howler, really. I mean, you know, if that was Onana or De Gea or something making that mistake, they'd be copping it. English keeper does it, no one cares. Reborn says, "G'day, peeps." Reborn gave one of the best after-match rundowns in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, please join. It's in the description. And you can go see Reborn's after-match rundown. But yeah, listen. The elephant going to fall from the top of the tree, I reckon. You know I won't say that. Will they fall? Yeah, well, that's what the question says. The Q&A says who's going to win the title. Arsenal, Liverpool City. No one said what they think. It was like, I don't think Spurs fans know me. Ooh, is that because... But is he just saying that because saying that he hasn't played, you know, been injured, or is he having a shot at them? Maybe that's in regards to that, the fact that he just hasn't played much and has been injured in his whole time there. Don't know. Interesting. But yeah, listen. The other thing about the Arsenal game, I don't know how many people bagged. I put him on the thumbnail. Havertz, we bagged it at the time, 50 million, I think it was. And I tell you what, he's ended up being a good signing for them. Scoring important goals, playing well. I've sent you a question. What do you mean? What do you mean? Shouldn't have been on the pitch though, really. Maybe not, but no, it's not a poll, it's a Q&A. Just saying who, you know, you got to answer in the chat. Because I can't really do a poll for 3 teams, can I? Yeah, I'll end the Q&A. And I'll make a pinned comment, all right? I'll make a pinned comment. Tell us in the chat who you think wins the title now. All right? And I'll pin this comment. Pin message. Yeah, listen, maybe not Reeves. Maybe he shouldn't have been on the pitch, but you know, they've been hard done by. Before other teams have been hard done by. Liverpool have, United have. It's their time to get the rub of the green, I guess. And listen, he's been good for them. Tell me, Ivan, how do you want me to word it if I do a poll for 3? I could say, do Arsenal or Liverpool win the title, or do City retain the title? Don't know. But anyway, huge game, huge win. They knew there was a massive game happening in Liverpool. They did what they had to do, which was get the result, and they are sitting pretty at the top of the table with, what do they got? They're on 64 points. Liverpool on 64, but Arsenal's goal difference is better because of those recent games where they've been, just absolutely smashing teams. So, yeah, big up Arsenal. As everyone knows, I want them to win the title because United can't. So, at least there was something to celebrate with Everton losing. Yeah, far out, man. They should be loving Man United. We beat Everton. All right. Next one. Wolves 2, Fulham 1. Fulham coming off a few good results. Went to Molineux. I think I backed Wolves last week. I think John did too, I believe. I'm not sure. 2-1. Obviously, it's a tight one for the title race. 10 more games to go. Fulham. Listen, I only saw the mini match for this. I didn't see the full game, but Wolves had injuries, man. They lost Neto. They don't have their leading goal scorers, and they still got the job done. So, listen, big up to Wolves. As John always says every time he's on, he had them going down this year, but I think a lot of people did. They're proving a lot of people wrong. So yeah, big up Wolves. Like I said, I didn't watch it, so I don't have heaps to say about it. How is Jimenez for Fulham now? He was doing okay. I don't think Marco Silva was playing him much, to be honest, but he's had him in during the year, and I think he was scoring a few games in a row. I don't know his exact stats, to be honest. I can bring him up. Let's have a look. Fulham. Click on Fulham. Stats. We've got stats here. Oh. This season, they've only scored 40 goals. But how many is it? Let me have a look. They've scored 40 goals. Raul Jimenez this year has 5 goals in 19 appearances. I think he's equal top scorer for them. Iwobi's got 5. Muniz 5. Willian 4. Dick Cordova Reed 5. Listen, so he's doing okay for them. For them, that's good. I missed Mitrovic presence at Fulham. Yeah, he was good, man, wasn't he? He was a character, that's for sure. The EPL when United are Hess. I don't. You mean the EPL show? Or just because you're at work is probably the other reason? Nothing to do with United being Hess. Settle down. But, let's go. Go to the next one. Palace, Luton. I think John tipped Palace. I said Luton. They got out of jail like last kick of the day, I think it was. I can't remember the exact minute, but I can have a look here. And it was like a free kick that just curled in, back post. No one got a touch on it. Keeper didn't get a touch. Palace scored in the 11th minute with actually a real cheeky flick. Luton scored in the 90 plus 6th minute. So, listen, I want Luton to stay up so bad. Will they stay up? Is another question. What are they on now? They're on 21 points with a game in hand. They can go equal. They can go out of relegation if they win their game in hand, because that'll take them into better goal difference than Nottingham Forest, or equal at least, even if it's 1-0. Listen, it's close down there, man. They got that game in hand. Anyone from Brentford down. Palace, you'd think, is a bit away from it because they're 8 points away, but anyone from Brentford down, And Bournemouth, how would Bournemouth feel now? They're on 32 points. They sacked Gary O'Neill, and Wolves are 10 points above them. Crazy. Crazy, man. I think Jimenez had that one game where he lost his head and flew into a wild tackle. Pretty sure it was straight red. Hasn't really played. Yeah, that's right. True. Yeah, I agree with that again. Well, I think if they stay up, they will go down next year. It'll be a bit like Hull. Remember when Hull came up with what was the German manager that was managing them? Klopp's like friend. But yeah, they went up, stayed up, which was crazy. No one thought they first team I think to ever stay up with a negative goal difference, and then they went down the next year, and they were terrible. Wagner could have been Wagner. Wagner, his name is, I think. But yeah, listen, I want Luton to stay up. Such a story. But into the next ones. I watched this. Bournemouth 2, Sheffield United 2. Sheffield United winning 2-0. They're winning 2-0. Like, the worst team in the league. Where are they? They're on, let's have a look at the table again. They're on 14 points, minus 50. Minus 50 goal difference. Like, that's next level. Minus 50 goal difference. When you look at all the goal differences, Newcastle on plus 12 goal difference and they're 10th. That's crazy, isn't it, when you actually think about that? I don't know what's going on there with them. Could mean they've been unlucky. But with Luton, oh, they are the worst team in the league. They are. They're the worst team. But they were 2-0 down, 2-0 up, and then Bournemouth back. Get it back to 2-0. Sheffield United's manager is Chris Wilder. Chris Wilder. He was the guy that got them up a few years ago. They finished like 6th or something, didn't they, with him? And then the next year just went terrible. He got the sack. They got relegated. They got back up this year. Yeah, he's gone. And then they rehired Chris Wilder, which, I don't know, listen, obviously didn't work last time. Teams seem to do that, don't they? I think it failed once, but maybe we can make it work again. I don't know. It's a bit weird, but yeah, Chris Wilder is the man there. They ain't staying up, man. Like, they're nowhere near staying up, really, when you think about it. I don't know. They're not good. That's for sure. So they probably brought Wilder in. They know that they're going down to start planning for next year because they know he's a good champion, like manager in the championship. Has been. I really want Ipswich to enter next season. Hey, well, they got the ex-Man United coach, McKenna, who everyone thought was a bad coach, but has turned out being a really good coach. Hey, guys, Chris C. Yo, Krishy, Sheffield and Burnley, deaf down. Yeah, they're awful. They're awful. Like, both of them. Reborn is spot on. Chris, I thought you'd be here earlier, man, you know, considering Tottenham smacked Villa up, but, you know, well, you weren't here. Where is the big man? I wonder where he is. Listen, to be fair, it's been very hot where we are. It's been like almost 40 degrees for 4 days in a row. 40 Celsius, so it's been next level. But yeah, on to the next one. Oh, that's it. Let's talk about the big one. Liverpool 1, City 1. I don't know. What does Reeves want to say about that? He said a few things. Sure, I'll read out to you guys what Reeves wrote in the Discord, all right? It's not impressed, but I'll read it out. Read out his message. Reborn's message to the HFD Discord says, Doug looks like Riddick. Doug? Who's Doug? Like Chronicles of Riddick, Vin Diesel? I don't know who that is. All right, I'll read you Reeves' message. He put it in pinpoints too. Great game. One of the best this season. There you go. Next stop point. Great Man City goal. Next stop point. KDB rightly pissed off. Had no service. Knock-on effect. Haaland had no service. Next stop point. McAllister, Duracell, Battery, Terrier. There you go. Next stop point. Should have been a penalty, but wasn't given. Yeah, that was a weird decision. Fair result all in all. If Diaz could score, might have been different. Only winners are Arsenal. Very true. Very true. Arsenal are the big winners. Apparently you can Cantona people on the pitch now and get away with it. Cantona got 8 matches, man. I mean, 8 months, and he did it to a supporter. Listen, yeah, it was Doku, was it Doku? He kicked him right in the face, wasn't it? Listen, I don't know. Who's Doug, man? God, I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know how they, what VAR even look into those results. If that was my team, I want a penalty. That's all there is to it. And Ivan, I will never say that. Never say that word. Never say that. Those letters, and I'll never say that word. Can't do it, man. Can't do it for anybody. Endo with the flexed muscle. Endo's become not too bad. He's become pretty good. One pen as well that wasn't given. The pen United should have got from McTominay cross. Yeah, maybe. Yep. Listen, this. Yeah, the one you're talking about, the Everton with the handball. The one when he went. Yeah. Back to that. Is that not a penalty? Like the guy slid in the guy because he used it to stabilize himself. But he still stopped the ball from going into the box like for an open goal, didn't he? That's what I don't get about that rule. If it's a handball like that, to me that's a penalty. I don't know. But yeah, I do think the McAllister one was penalty too. Yeah, pretty much goalkeeping, exactly. Yeah, listen, it was a good game, Liverpool City. KDB, man, do you agree with him though? You know, like when Ronaldo spat the dummy when he got taken off, everyone's calling him a baby. When De Bruyne does it, he's passionate. He's passionate. So I don't think you should disrespect your coach like that, no matter who you are. Like, in the end, you know, Pep has shown he doesn't give a shit who you are. Like, man, he's sold Ronaldinho. Like, he's sold Ibrahimovic. He's sold Etu. The only player he really, you know, bowed down to, let's say, as anyone would have, because he's that good, as Messi. Other than that, like, he told Henry how it was going to be. Yeah, Ronaldinho, Ibrahimovic. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, you got subbed off, man. Like, get over it, really. Like, like Ronaldinho was too classy for Pep. Maybe. I think it's just they knew Messi was coming through at the time. And Ronaldinho was a bit of a party boy. It was probably the right decision at the time. Didn't look like it, but yeah, I loved him too. He was an absolute freak of nature. But yeah, it's what I mean is he's not scared. Like, look at Cancelo, was the best fullback in the world. He binned him, like, didn't care, you know, because he disrespected him. See you later, you know. And where's Cancelo been since? Nowhere really. Hi KP and everyone in the live chat. Hey Zakal, how are you, man? Zakal's wild. Always Messi's favourite. Yeah, of course. Of course. He is. Pep is. Well, that's a good manager, I guess, isn't it? But, listen. Completely agree with what Rube said. The only winners out of that game are Arsenal, who are top on goal difference at the moment. And long may that continue. Let's see who... I don't know how many teams are playing this week because of... We'll look into that in the fixtures in a minute because of FA Cup. But if I get the table up here, it can tell me everyone's next game. So Arsenal's next game is actually City. Their next 1st of April. They don't play a league game until 1st of April. That's crazy. Let me just look at, sorry, just fixing the light. Let me look at that. So if I go to here, fixtures, yeah, so 17th. Man, so the next game, man, imagine Arsenal go to City and win. Can they? Is another question. I don't know. But I'm just going to look at the fixtures here, and I'll read out the chats in a second, guys. So they were meant to play Chelsea this week, but obviously that's not happening because of FA Cup and then international break. Yeah, so next game is Arsenal Man City on the 1st of April, Easter long weekend. That's big. And Liverpool's next game is Brighton at home, which I think Brighton have been found out a bit, to be honest. We'll talk about them in a minute, but I'll read some of these chats. Evening all, just got back from the beach, still very hot, no offshore breeze to speak of. Absolutely not at the moment. It's hot there where you are in Melbourne, we're told, and it's boiling. It's been 40 almost every day here. Hey, at the moment, did you manage to catch some fish today? So EPL resumes when? There is some games this weekend. I'll tell you when we look at the fixtures in a minute. There's Luton, Nottingham Forest, Fulham, Tottenham on the 17th, West Ham, Villa on the 18th, and then resumes the following weekend. But FA Cup this week too, which is, yeah, what's this weekend? FA Cup, then, yeah, couple games, and then, so it's Chelsea, Newcastle tomorrow, absolutely, exactly. Chelsea, Newcastle is tomorrow at Chelsea. But yeah, listen, let's go to the next one. West Ham 2, Burnley 2, just in time for either moment. Listen, they were 2-0 down, I believe, West Ham. And I didn't watch it, I just saw some highlights of it. They got back in it, like, really well. Like, I think they're showing a bit of character now. They've been, they went through a real sticky patch and they won, 3 on the trot. And now to come back from 2-0 down against a poor Burnley team, we all saying before, they're a real poor team. But, yeah, I think after it's Easter weekend is the games back after international break, Ivan. But yeah, they showed character. Kudos again, real good. Paqueta took his goal real good. Listen, I don't think, hey Ivan, don't dish, unfortunately. Yeah, my Hammers made some changes late to grab a draw. Don't fish, unfortunately, he's saying. Yeah, my Hammers made some changes late to grab a draw. Yeah. Hey, listen, they did well, either moment to get that draw, so big up to them. I've got the table here. They're 4 points behind United. They're in 7th, which 7th could get you Europe again this year, and everyone's saying they're having a bad year, so they're on top of Brighton, who, the English media saying De Zerbi is the best coach that's ever coached in the history of football. So West Ham must be doing something right. But I think Ivan's saying that in regards to you not fishing. But yeah, good result for Burnley, really. West Ham would have thought they could have won at home, but still didn't lose. Takes us to the last one. Brighton beating Nottingham Forest at the Amex 1-0. Listen, I said it before. I think Brighton have been found out a little bit. They're struggling to even score as many goals now. They're conceding a lot. I think De Zerbi's way, it happens with those managers, even maybe Ten Hag to a degree. It works for a season. Then you get found out and it doesn't, keep working. They haven't invested that. I disagree, Gemwell. They bought Alvarez, who's been one of their best players, and Kudos, who's been one of their best players. James Ward-Prowse, didn't he come as well? So James Ward-Prowse, Kudos, Alvarez, all this year, and I think they've been 3 of their best players. I don't know what the moment thinks, but I think they've been 3 of West Ham's best players, and that came from the Rice money. I think they all fit in that bracket. I don't think James Ward-Prowse was much. Kudos wasn't much, 40 million, I think. And Alvarez, 30. Kudos, I guess. Dude, he's good, man. Because he's wicked, and he set up the goal the other night. I wish United got him instead of Anthony. Now, he's good, man. Kudos play at a big club, and I think he will. they're calling him the star boy. He'll move eventually. I think he will leave. Paqueta's back as well. Looks good. Yeah, exactly. So, but those three players that bought the Rice, that's just my opinion. I don't know. Only dad has been Phillips, who earned, yeah, exactly. And that wasn't the Rice money. That had nothing to do with the Rice money. Got him in January. But from the summer transfer window, he did well. And yeah, Phillips is a dud. Like, yeah, I don't know what everyone sees in him. Yeah, at the moment, Ivan said, yeah, agreed. But listen, what a game, Spurs. You're about 20 minutes too late, man. We talked about that. We gave them their ups. We praised them, and they spanked Villa. Listen, they're 2-0 up. McGinn gets sent off, and then Spurs killed them. Spurs in the box seat for fourth, top four. And I sort of like what Ange said. They said, "You happy about making top four?" And he goes, "I'm only happy if I'm winning titles," or something like that. So some people might say that's naive, but I like it. Ange, big boy. It was a big boy result, big time. Yeah, it was. But let's quickly look at those little bit of fixtures that we're going to have. So the 12th, 14th, 17th, 18th of next games. All right. So 12th is obviously tomorrow at Stamford Bridge. That will finish off the week. Chelsea, Newcastle. Oh, sorry. Chelsea, Newcastle. Listen, I'm going to back Chelsea because I think Newcastle aren't that good at the moment. Give us some scoreline, guys. Give us some scorelines. I reckon Chelsea... I reckon they might do them 2-1. 2-1, I reckon. But then again, Newcastle score goals. Chelsea are pretty bad defensively. 1-1. I'm going to go Chelsea. 2-1. 2-1 Chelsea. Not saying that with any confidence, really. So many injuries for both sides tomorrow. Castle 1-0. Jeez, they can win. Then again, Chelsea aren't like, not, it's not like Stamford Bridge is like Fort Knox or anything, is it? People go there and get points all the time. So could be right. And Thursday morning, Bournemouth at home to Luton. Listen, go on Luton again. Go on for Luton, boys. Luton 1-0, I reckon. 1-0. Come on, I want them to get out of the relegation. 1-0 win, we'll get them out. I want them to survive. Bournemouth, you sacked your manager after he got used to survive. Come on, Luton. Bournemouth easy, Ivan reckons. Then we got Burnley, Brentford. Listen, I don't even know. Burnley, they were 2-0 up. They're pretty bad though, man. But Brentford, can they win there? I'm going to go Brentford just because they're a better team than them. But, they're not that good either, really. So, I'm going to go Brentford 2-1. In a really close one. 2-1. Then Luton, again, 3 days later, because that's a catch-up game Thursday. I don't know why they're making them play Thursday. Let them play Wednesday or something. Nottingham Forest. Listen, if they can win 2 in a row here, because it's Nottingham Forest that's above them, they can go clear of Nottingham Forest, which will be massive. So Luton, let's go Luton. Kenilworth Road. I reckon 2 1-0s in a row for Luton. Let's go. Want them to win. Forest 3-0. Ivan's gone against me. I think it's because he's a Liverpool fan. He doesn't like my predictions. Then we got Fulham, Spurs. Listen, I'm going to go with the big man. Big Ange, big Chris C. I reckon Spurs get the job done. 2-3-0 at Fulham. I think they're a lot better than Fulham. Fulham had some good results. But then, came crashing down to earth against Wolves. Reborn says Fulham. Genwell says 2-0 Spurs. Fulham. Imagine Reborn's right. Quick. He digs it into the big man a bit, doesn't he? I like it. Then the last game for the international break, West Ham hosting Villa. Listen, tell you what, that's a tough game. Could West Ham get they were 2-0 down against Burnley at home. Yeah, listen, I'm going to back West Ham again. I'm going to go West Ham because that's who I want to win. I don't say it with much confidence, but I'm going to go West Ham and do it for either moment. Don't have any Villa fans here. I want West Ham to win, so I'm going to go with them. I don't. 1-0, I could see a 1-0 like that. Villa coming off a spanking. They're obviously not going to have McGinn, who's an important player for them. Tough game. I'd take a draw, but we need a win. Cheers, KP. They are going to be missing McGinn, which is big. I'm going to go West Ham. West Ham, 1-0. I'm with Genwell. 1-0. And that finishes up, guys. It's smaller show this week because of less fixtures. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fixtures to talk about as well. So, solo as well. Both are on Europa quarterfinals, so it's going to be, there you go. Going to be all in because they're in the Europe. Yeah, true. So, be 0-0. Be a 0-0. They'll take it. I don't think Villa will take that. Villa won't want that. West Ham take it. But yeah. So what's our predictions for the FA Cup? Man United 3, Liverpool 0. Should do it this way. I don't know what's correct for you guys. Does it really matter? Surely a sneak. No sneak, man. 4-0 Man United. There's no sneaks happening anywhere. We're just they're gonna roll in. United are gonna show them what we're all about, which might not be much, but gotta always go my team. Always the dreamer, Reborn says. Absolutely. Gotta dream. You gotta dream, man. You gotta dream. But thanks for coming in, guys. Great show. John couldn't make because he's at work. I don't think he can make next week either, but there may not be a show. I don't know about all the not many games and that. We'll have a look. We'll let you know when we'll be back. Maybe next week and then a week off as well. Yeah, I'm not sure. 4-0. I back me not 4-0 every week, man. Everyone knows that by now. But if you're new, please like, share, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Please like the video. Good show tonight, guys. Thanks for everyone for coming in. Thanks. Great to see Ivan again. Great to see Genwell, Reeves, The Moment, Guy, all the guys. Zakal was in. No GT, no Dam. Dam told me he was coming tonight. Didn't rock up. Bit upset. Go tell him in the Discord, Reeves. Go tell Dam. Where were you, man? You promised KP you were coming. Didn't rock up. But thanks everyone else for coming. See you on the next one.